Dodge a ticket? Beat photo radar? The troubleshooter puts these plate covers and this spray to the test. Next on Fox 31 News.
Pictures are typically fun to get in the mail unless they're of you speeding or running a red light accompanied by a ticket.
Those are not fun to get. But now dozens of companies sell products promising to make your car unidentifiable to law enforcement cameras. Now, do they work? And are they legal? The troubleshooter investigates these new products and has the news you need to know before buying. Here's Fox 31's Tom Martino.
You know what the white van means. You know what the flash means. And I guess you know what this means. This guy isn't happy he got caught by photo radar. Cameras do a good job catching lawbreakers. Some speeders like showing their feelings when they're caught. Others try to beat the system. If you want to protect your rear end, keep it in the car and take a look at some products that promise to outsmart photo radar. Two of the products are special plate covers. One is a special spray. Do they really disguise your license plate numbers? We put these to the test to find out. The Denver Police Department agreed to help us with our test.
What we did is we went out to the Denver Police driving track and we set up a simulated 20-mile-an-hour speed limit.
We tested all three devices using the city's photo radar equipment. Did they work? Here are the photos from our test drive. The first plate cover looks like a prism and is supposed to distort plate numbers when viewed from an angle. The second plate cover has reflective sparkles and it did a better job. The flash reflected off the sparkles, so the plate number was overexposed in the picture. The third product is a spray that works really well, is a spray that works really well, is a spray that works really well. It puts a high gloss finish on your plate which causes a reflection, and that makes the plate overexposed. So if you're going to use a plate blocker, I suggest the spray. So if you're going to use a plate blocker, I suggest the spray. The reflective spray does not obstruct plate numbers from the naked eye at all. And nowhere in the law does it say your plate must be photogenic. Besides, officers would not even notice it.
These may increase your odds, I guess, one or two of these that work.
There will always be some who resent the big brother approach to law enforcement. Where do you stand? I'm troubleshooter Tom Martino, Fox 31 News.
Ever tried to beat a red light? Not you, of course, but I bet you got caught on camera. If you did, you got a hefty ticket in the mail.
That's right, but now some drivers are trying to cheat the system, getting some help, too.
Well, you know, they just can't get enough of this spray here at the Eastover Auto Supply. Its makers say it can save you expensive red light running and speeding fines and points.
See what's happening, Frank. It'll do 4 plates. I'm going to put about 3 to 4 coats.
Owner Will Foreman had a non-stop day at this auto supply store. Had to call his supplier for more cans of the spray. They're designed to make license plates invisible to radar and red light cameras, which record a violator's license plate so a ticket can be sent to the vehicle's owner. Each can retails for $30.
I don't get no tickets. It's worth it to me.
Have you ever gotten a photo radar ticket?
Oh, yes.
What did it cost?
Right at $100.
Not going to happen again?
I hope not.
You think it'll be a good investment after the ticket you got?
Yes.
All over the county, all over the state, calling from Florida. Just going crazy.
Foreman says they sold over 700 cans of the photo radar blocker by noon. Now, since 1999, the district has collected more than $27 million in fines from those red light and speed cameras. Reporting live from Oxon Hill, I'm John Harder, ABC 7 News. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. We'll have to watch and see how those sales go now.
Every year, millions of motorists across the country are busted by an invisible big brother. The hundreds of cameras that are set up to catch speeders and people who drive through red lights. Now there's a product that claims to level the playing field. CBS News correspondent Joey Chen has details.
The speed trap could have nabbed any mommy-mobile cruising through Washington that June morning. It got me busted. But I didn't even know I'd gotten my first speeding ticket until it came in the mail nearly 3 weeks later. Caught in the act by one of the hundreds of radar cameras used by police around the country. Besides the District of Columbia, where I had my run-in, 18 states have found speeding and red light cameras save lives and manpower while generating big revenues. Here in In D.C., speeders and red light runners have paid $80 million in fines since the cameras started flashing 5 years ago. But police insist it's not about the money.
It's about safety. No one wants to hurt anybody or have a relative hurt, and that's what we're talking about here.
And face it, drivers speed. Every time you see a flash here, someone's gone at least 11 miles over the speed limit. At this spot, 6 cars go by in just 19 seconds. 5 of them will get tickets in the mail. That's at least $250 in fines in less than 20 seconds. Everybody's got a story.
Me and my husband have already gotten several tickets when we weren't really speeding.
And everyone seems to have someone at home who's always getting caught. How many tickets has she gotten?
Oh, my God. There's so many. She's gotten over $1,200 worth of tickets at least.
So they're trying a product which claims to thwart the cameras.
Photo blocker. Let me get 2 cans. Sure.
The idea is to make the tag glossy, so shiny that it reflects the radar camera's flash.
Spray it till it's saturated wet. Wait about 15 minutes and do it again.
The cops say it doesn't work, but
the phone hasn't stopped ringing.
This auto shop has sold more than 700 cans, and only 4 drivers have called to complain. In an unscientific experiment, we tried it on a CBS staffer's tag and tried to reproduce the flash with a Polaroid camera. The glare seemed worse at some end.
Light cameras may have met their match. The 11 News I-team has discovered a controversial product that's supposed to shield your license plate from the camera's eye.
Certainly it's got a lot of attention. People are buying it. Tonight, I-team reporter David Collins asked, does it work? Is it legal? And will it put your safety at risk?
They loom over busy intersections, poised like ray guns to zap the tags of drivers who run red lights, taking cash in a flash and screaming, "Gotcha!" Baltimore City has 47 red light cameras, more than any other city in the entire country, taking in more than $23.3 million since 1999, and forcing some people to find inventive ways to beat the system. This is one of them, a clear spray designed to blind the camera. The tag becomes unreadable.
Going through these intersections.
The man behind this red light camera sign doesn't want police to know who he is, but he says he's one satisfied customer.
How do you know it works? I've seen the cameras go off right behind me, and from that, I've never received anything, so I guess no news is good news.
The I-team contacted many jurisdictions in the state which use red light cameras, hoping one would put Photo Blocker to the test, but all declined. The Denver, Colorado Police Department wasn't afraid to test Photo Blocker. They used it against one of their speed cameras. Based on the photo finish, the product works. TV Channel 10 in Australia also tested Photo Blocker.
This is a number plate photographed before Photo Blocker. This is it after being sprayed.
State lawmakers outlawed plate covers, but the statute doesn't specifically address sprays. Is it legal or illegal?
We are not sure. We have not had an interpretation of the statute as of yet from the courts.
The company that makes and markets Photo Blocker says it doesn't encourage anyone to run red lights.
It's for the people that accidentally get caught or are accidentally speeding. They don't necessarily do it.
But even if it is outlawed here in Maryland, it would be nearly impossible to detect.
At $30 a can, the makers of Photo Blocker are cashing in. Since red light cameras have become a traffic control fixture, the business of battling Big Brother has grown. For the 11 News I-team, I'm David Collins.
Austin intersections will soon have red light cameras, and if you run a red light, the camera will take your picture and the city will send you a ticket. The goal of the pilot program is to save lives. But our Chris Willis found out someone else has another goal, trying to skirt the system and make a buck.
Like it or not, red light cameras are coming to Austin. As you can imagine, the opinions intersect.
Well, it's just a money-making deal, in my opinion. It's just about generating money to the city.
And for me, it's about saving lives.
Councilmember Jennifer Kim's pilot plan will hit the city council by the end of September. Cameras will soon follow, and already there's a product that claims to beat the system.
I'm just trying to protect myself.
It's called Photo Blocker, and some say it makes your license plate and your vehicle invisible to traffic cameras and toll booths. It costs about $30 a can, and installation is as easy as a Sunday drive. The manufacturer suggests that you actually take your license plate off the car and make sure that it's clean, and then put on 4 even coats.
This spray is obviously something that we're going to
we're going to visit with other cities to see, what's their experience been, what are they doing to combat that.
Assistant City Manager Rudy Garza says, mess with the cameras, you'll get exposed.
It's not like, I'm trying to break the law or do anything illegal.
And finally, the big question, does it work? We sprayed it on one of our license plates and simulated a traffic camera flash. As you can see, the reflection blinded our camera, leaving nothing but a full screen of white flash. In Austin, Chris Willis, KXAN, NBC Austin.